Well, hello there! Welcome to my first recipe video. Today we're going to be baking some chocolate chip cookies. To start off, prepare your ingredients. You'll need 350 grams of flour. Baking is indeed a science, so ensure your ingredients are weighed out correctly and prepared before you start baking. It's going to pay off in the end product. Next, you'll need 1 teaspoon bicarbonate of soda, or baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Next up, 230 grams butter. You can cut the butter into cubes to help it soften to room temperature while you prepare the rest of your ingredients. A lot of recipes call for room temperature butter, but that's not very definitive, as my room temperature in South Africa will differ from wherever you might be watching this video right now. You want a soft, spreadable consistency that isn't too greasy and still holds shape when you press into it. On to the best part, the chocolate. You're looking for a total of 150 grams chopped chocolate. You can use any chocolate you like. I used my favorite milk chocolate slab and chopped it into pieces. I like using chopped chocolate instead of the standard chocolate chips because the irregular shapes of the chopped chocolate adds texture to the cookie. Next is the sugar. 220 grams light brown sugar and 100 grams of white sugar. And that's all you need to make some awesome chocolate chip cookies. Flour, bicarbonate of soda, baking soda, salt, an egg, some vanilla extract, butter, sugar, and chocolate. Start by mixing the butter and both sugars together. You want to start off your mixer on a slow speed so the ingredients don't spill out of the bowl.
Don't do that.
Use a splash guard if your mixer has it. Don't do what I did. You can use an electric handheld mixer if you don't have a stand mixer, or you can do this by hand. It'll just take a little bit longer. You don't have to mix the butter and sugar until it becomes super light and fluffy. Just ensure the sugar and butter combine well to form an emulsion. Scrape down the mixing attachment as well as the bowl to ensure all the ingredients at the bottom of the bowl have been incorporated with the rest of the mixture. Then add the egg and vanilla extract before mixing again until the mixture is well combined. Scrape down the bowl again and add your flour. Mix this on the lowest speed setting and keep an eye on it. When the mixture is just shy of coming together, add the bicarb and salt mixture and let the mixture run on low until the dough starts coming together. Lastly, add your chocolate and mix on low until the chocolate has been evenly distributed throughout the dough. Hey, that rhymed! You could do this last step entirely by hand because it can be tough on your mixer. And it never gets everything at the bottom incorporated anyway, so even if you're using your mixer till the end like I did, make sure to scrape it down and mix it by hand one last time. Don't over mix your dough. If you over mix your dough, it will overdevelop the gluten in the flour, which will make your cookies tough and hard. I mean, no one likes tough cookies, am I right? You can form your cookies by taking pieces of the dough and rolling them into little balls, but this recipe yields about 47 cookies, so the easier way to do this is to place your dough onto a piece of plastic wrap and shaping the dough into a log so you can slice however many cookies you want to bake, and then you can just store the rest of the dough in the freezer. You have cookie dough at hand at any time. Just keep rolling and shaping the dough in the plastic wrap until the log is about the same diameter as you want the cookies to be. And then realize that you maybe should have made 2 logs when the perforation in the plastic tears. Right. This is how we learn. I make the mistakes, you learn from it, we're all good. Log 1 rolled. On to log 2. Once you've shaped your dough into whatever shape you prefer, you can chill the dough in the fridge or freezer for at least an hour. This will set the butter in the dough and it prevents the cookies from spreading too much when they bake in the oven, and it also helps the flavors develop. If you made logs like I did, remove it from the plastic wrap and slice it into 1 centimeter rounds. If you made dough balls, place them onto your baking sheet, which maybe you want to do before you freeze them or refrigerate them, however you want. If you made the logs like I did, remove them from the plastic wrap and slice it into about 1 centimeter rounds. Some slices will break from cutting into the chocolate, but you can just reshape them when you place them onto the baking sheet. I recommend lining your baking sheets with baking paper as it's the most reliable method of ensuring that your cookies don't stick onto your baking sheets. Place them far enough apart so that they don't spread into each other when baking. As a reference, my cookie edges were touching slightly when they came out of the oven, so leave a little bit more space between your cookies than I did. Then all you need to do is bake them in a preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius for about 7 to 10 minutes. The bake time will depend on how thick and wide the cookies are. Just keep an eye on them after about 7 minutes and add about 1 minute of bake time until the edges and the bottoms of the cookies are golden brown. Let them cool in the baking tray for about 10 minutes before transferring them to a cooling rack to cool completely. And there it is, chocolate chip cookies, my all-time favorite cookie to make, and I hope it will become yours too. The butter and the vanilla flavors really complement the chocolate chunks scattered throughout the cookie, which is crispy on the edges but soft and squishy in the middle. Thank you so much for watching this video, I really appreciate it. I hope you try this recipe and let me know how it went in the comments below, and let me know what I should bake next. Until next time!